The Villawood tragedy, a deeper look into 3 lives lost. The recent inquest into 3 separate suicides at Villawood Immigration Detention Center in Sydney has cast a stark light on the complex interplay between immigration detention, mental health, and the devastating consequences of inadequate support systems. While the inquest concluded that each individual, a New Zealand woman, a Malaysian national, and a citizen of Sierra Leone, received appropriate mental health care before taking their own lives, the findings leave a lingering sense of unease and raise critical questions about the efficacy of the current system. The tragedy underscores the urgent need for a comprehensive reassessment of how we care for vulnerable individuals within the confines of detention. The details of each case are heartbreaking. Lee Jane Porter, a 50-year-old New Zealander, tragically ended her life by hanging in May 2022. Her death, along with the deaths of the Malaysian and Sierra Leonean nationals, who also died by suicide over a 3-year period, represent a devastating failure of a system designed to safeguard individuals in their most vulnerable moments. The fact that these deaths occurred within the same detention center highlights a systemic issue demanding immediate attention and reform. The inquest's finding of appropriate mental health care raises crucial questions. What constitutes appropriate care within the confines of a detention center? Is the standard of care provided equivalent to that available in the community? Does the inherent stress and isolation of detention inherently compromise the effectiveness of even the most dedicated mental health interventions? The inquest's determination does not, and cannot, diminish the profound grief experienced by the families and friends left behind to grapple with the unbearable loss. Their pain and unanswered questions are a powerful testament to the human cost of this ongoing tragedy. The circumstances surrounding these deaths demand a detailed examination of the support systems in place at Villawood. Were early warning signs adequately identified and addressed? Were there sufficient resources dedicated to providing timely and effective mental health interventions? Did the detainees have adequate access to support networks and family communication? These questions are not rhetorical. They represent vital areas of inquiry that could prevent future tragedies. The report, while stating that appropriate care was given, fails to adequately address the systemic issues that contribute to the high risk of suicide in detention centers. The inherent pressures of immigration detention, uncertainty about the future, separation from loved ones, and the loss of freedom, create a profoundly vulnerable environment that magnifies existing mental health challenges. The lack of community integration and limited access to meaningful activities further exacerbate these issues. It is not enough to simply say that appropriate care was provided. A far more profound and critical examination of the overall environment is necessary. The management of Villawood has undergone changes since these tragic events. Serco, the previous operator, has been replaced by Secure Journeys, a subsidiary of Management and Training Corporation, MTC. This transition presents an opportunity for significant reform and a commitment to fundamentally improving mental health support within the facility. However, a simple change in management is insufficient without a complete overhaul of the systems and practices that allow such tragedies to occur. A robust, independent oversight mechanism is vital to ensure accountability and to drive systemic change. The devastating loss of these 3 lives underscores the urgent need for a national conversation about the ethical implications of indefinite detention and the devastating impact it has on mental well-being. It demands a complete reevaluation of our approaches to immigration detention, prioritizing the well-being and human rights of detainees above all else. The Australian government, along with the international community, has a responsibility to learn from these tragedies. The simple assertion of appropriate care is inadequate. A thorough and transparent investigation, leading to concrete and systemic changes, is the only acceptable response to these heartbreaking losses. Only through a radical rethinking of our detention practices, coupled with a significant increase in resources dedicated to mental health support, can we hope to prevent such tragedies from occurring again. The memory of Lee Jane Porter, the Malaysian national, and the Sierra Leonean citizen demands nothing less. If you are struggling with suicidal thoughts, please reach out for help. You are not alone. Australia, asterisk lifeline 13 11 14. UK and Ireland, asterisk Samaritans freephone 116 123, email joe@samaritans.org or joe@samaritans, i.e. US, asterisk National Suicide Prevention Lifeline 988, text home to 740 1741. Other international helplines, asterisk befrienders.org.